Hey guys, it's Tara. Welcome back to Tara's Take. So I tried to do this video earlier and my phone ran out of space. So I wanted to show you what I've done so far. I painted the spine. I had actually done that before, but it didn't, my phone just jacked up on me, so sorry about that. Anyway, and I'm starting a collage, and I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of show you guys what I'm going to do. This video is not going to be as long because Courtney will be home soon. It's Wednesday, and because of my phone, I'm starting this this video super late. But I wanted to at least put some things down with you guys so you could see where we're going with the altered book. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have her as the centerpiece, and I'm going to collage, and then I'm going to sit her down on top. So the center is really not going to matter to me, but I wanted to do a few, I don't know, just a few little fun you know, things, and I'm just going to kind of collage all over the place on this because I thought that would be fun. And then I'm going to add some, probably some ribbons, or you know, some of the fun little accessories that I got up in Flagstaff. I'll probably play with those a little bit. Yeah, so yeah, it's just going to be kind of a little wild and crazy collage. What I did was I printed out, and if I sound distracted, I apologize. It's because my video messed up on me, and so it kind of threw me off. But what I was going to say is I kind of wanted to, what was I going to say? Oh gosh, I lost my thought. So sorry. Oh, I remember. Okay. I printed out the kit from Janie B journals that we had used mostly on the inside the book, or a lot of what we used was from her kit. So that's why I'm using these guys. I kind of wanted to give it that same flavor on the outside that it had on the inside, and I thought that would be a fun way to go about doing that. I am not going to do what I usually do, is when I collage on a book cover, I usually go over the edge and then I glue it onto the inside. Now with this one, I am not going to be doing that because, I mean, I might go just tip it over like this one, but for the most part I'm not, because I don't want to mess up anything we did on the inside, unless I just barely took it over the edge and then covered this with some type, you know, of covering. But for the most part, I just really wanted to give it a feel of just the grungy, kind of really old, antique-y, different pictures, you know, and I don't know. I've got a picture in my head, so but trying to explain it is difficult for me. So we'll see. Good thing with collaging is that you can kind of, you know, go all over the place with it, and it's not going to hurt. I was looking over here because I wanted to grab. Yeah. I also will probably be tearing down some things to put on here like I did their pictures. I'm laying these out because I want to build on top of each other, you know, like, and on the closure, I'm going to make, I believe I'm going to do a vertical type of closure, because I haven't shown you guys, and you might be able to see them in the picture. I added some tabs, and I'm probably going to put some more on the edges. So I didn't want to smash these tabs, of course, with the closure. So what I did today, earlier, I did some ribbon. I put some velvet over here on the side of this. Oh, let's see, goodness. I did do another tip-in with, I thought that would just be perfect with the mushrooms, you know, the Tim Holtz mushrooms, because of, you know, the echo dyeing. Really like that. I added some little, you know, of my scripture scrap snippets. So I added some of those. Let's see, I think I did something in, oh, I put a card into this one here. And that's like a vertical, glued in like a vertical belly band. So I thought that was cute. And then, yeah, so I just thought that I would go ahead and start this cover because this book needs to get finished. I'm kind of antsy to get it done because I want to move on, you know, to our next project. And we've been on this one long enough. This is our, what, 8th video or 9th video about this one. So yeah, it's time to get her done. Now, I have made a decision about the journal for the Thanksgiving theme. I had asked you guys to kind of give me your opinions about what you thought I should do as far as what type of cover, because I just wasn't sure what I wanted to do yet. So I only got a few suggestions, but most of the suggestions that I did get, the few that I did get were a soft cover and a ring, a ring bind, what do you call them? The 3-ring binder, like a binder type one, like with the ring binder, I guess it's called. Anyway, so I have never done one of those, and I thought, you know what, that would be kind of perfect. So I'm going to be doing the metal ring binder. Okay, and we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. I'm nervous now. I've committed myself. No, it'll be okay. It'll be okay. That's what I always tell myself. You're going to be okay. Yeah. So I'm throwing these down because they're a great backdrop for what I want to do, and they just kind of, you know, give that cool little effect. I'm trying to, I do want, if I can fold this over enough that I don't actually go into what's on the other side, I'm fine. I can just get it to stay down. That'd be kind of cute to have it folded over. Okay. I did these little butterflies. I'm not sure where I'm going to put them yet, but I am going to put them on the front here. So basically what I plan on doing for this one is I'm going to collage the front and the back, and then I've painted the side. Then I'm going to Mod Podge on top of, like I told you I usually do on books, and like when I redo a Bible or when I redo a notebook of any kind, I always do the Mod Podge on top of it. And so yeah, I'm going to do that after I get all the collaging on here done. And then I'm going to put her on. And when I do her, I've already decided that I want to, hopefully it'll work the first time and I won't have to reprint it and do it again, but I'm going to do like a glossy accents, or I may even do a clear embossing. I like the way that, I really like the way that looks. And I'm going to put her under the frame. So yeah, that's my plan. Okay, so you know where I'm headed with this. I hope everybody's having a good Saturday. Are you guys getting some crafting done? Or are you spending time with family? What you guys doing? Anybody go to the movies, shopping, out to eat? We are going to stay home. I already know that's the case. It's, like I said, it's Wednesday for us, for me right now. But I already know that Saturday is going to be stay at home. So Cordy had to work last Saturday after we got back from vacation. He ended up working Saturday morning. And so, yeah, we do like our weekends at home. And that's usually for me when I record our Mass Monday. So I'll be doing my errands like normal. When I did do my grocery shopping yesterday after the video, I went into town and got my goodies. So I'm all set to start cooking like I'm supposed to be. Miss Healthy Cooker here. I was thinking of doing some little of the snippets on the front. I don't know yet. We'll see. Let me look here. In the last video that I started to do, I was telling you guys I wanted to have some of like these pieces on here too, from that kit. So, because she's got like all these cool, like this one, you know, and just some really fun vintage type pieces that we all love. You know, when I set out to do this altar book, I didn't mean for it to come out quite as grungy. That wasn't my intention at the beginning, and it just kind of flowed into that. And yeah, once it got started, it took on a life of its own. And so, let's see. So I just went with it. Yeah, and I'm really loving it. I really do. I think what I was telling you guys on the video before, you know, I'm not sure about, I know I'm going to end up selling this one, but part of me is so tempted to keep it. I just don't want it sitting on the shelf not being used. That bothers me, and I know me, and I probably will not really use it. I have a tendency to journal more in like your standard journaling way of just writing in a composition book. I'm pretty boring, and so I've never been one that, you know, now if I said this earlier in this video, I apologize. I think it was the one that zapped out on me I said this, but yeah, I'm just not one who, you know, does scrapbooking or saves every little thing inside of a book. I have a ton of stuff saved that I could probably put in a book, actually. However, it's, you know, I've got it like in boxes and trunks and stuff like that. I guess I could move it to a journal, you know. It's just not something that I really think about doing, but maybe I should. I don't know. We'll see. I think that this one will probably end up going in the shop. And I'll, of course, when we're all said and done, we'll do a flip through. But you guys that have been with me, you know, I would understand if you didn't watch the flip through, considering that you've already seen the whole thing, the process and everything. Okay. That's, you know, it's funny. I think about it a lot when I'm doing those, when I'm doing this and doing the flip throughs, and then I do the tutorials, and I think about the fact that this channel actually started out as a place for me to do flip throughs for my journals, you know, simply because I didn't like the fact that I could only show 15 seconds of a journal on Etsy. Yeah, you know, or 10 seconds, however many. I think it's 15. But anyway, yeah, so for me, this whole channel was really started with that premise. Here I am, 3 months later, going, oh my goodness, I have a family of people that I get to hang out with now. I love you guys so much. I hope you all know that. I do. I pray for you guys like every day and every morning. So I love you. There we go. Now let's see, I'm going to be putting her about here. Yeah, so you can so you can kind of get a sense of where we're going with at least this part. Yeah, And I really don't mind this green showing through. In certain spots, just because I like that color. I think it looks pretty cool, and so yeah. So I'm gonna leave this little space open because I am going to put her in that center area, and I don't really think I need to. I don't really think that I need to put anything there. You know what I'm saying? There's really no sense in doing more right there. I'm looking here real quick. I wanted to see. I thought there was I guess this one would be. I was trying to stick with what I know is the pictures of the men that are inside the journal. I also was hoping to print out, and I haven't gone into my my digis on my computer and looked, but I want to print out, where is she? Emma. I wanted to print, I probably should put her right here actually, but she just seems to be the focal point, but we can call her Emma. She kind of looks like her. Doesn't have to be the same picture, right? No. What I was going to say though is I don't really know why this seems to be coming out the way it did. In my head, I just wanted to make sure that like the characters inside the journal were acknowledged on the cover. Does that make sense? I just thought it would be fun. So yeah. There we go. So what are you guys making for dinner today? Does anybody know? It's not Saturday yet for me, so I'm not sure what I'm making for dinner on Saturday. Last Saturday, I made a seafood fest. Courtney decided he really was craving seafood, so he went to the store and he bought, oh my gosh, what did he buy? Okay, check this out. He bought mussels, okay, crab legs, shrimp, and there was one more thing. Oh, lobster tails, okay. And that is what we had for our big seafood lunch on Saturday of last weekend. And it was so fun. I mean, it really was delicious. And all I did was, other than the seafood, I just baked some bread, like some crusty Italian bread. And I made, first time I've ever made mussels, and I made a cream sauce, a garlic cream butter sauce thing. It was delicious. And then I made shrimp scampi, and then I steamed the crab legs and the lobster tail. Yeah. Oh, it was really good, you guys. I was so excited because my mussels came out good, and I have never made them before. Actually, I'd never even eaten them before, and I loved them. Oh, they were so yummy. So I think, let's see here. I think that's going to be, I do want to do this butterfly on the front. I don't really care for her being on this one being on the back. I'd kind of like it to be, yeah. So other than that, and then I'm probably, before I end up doing the Mod Podging, I'm going to probably add, I just want to make sure I don't cover the butterflies. So let me get this in the right spot. There we go. That way it's up high enough. Okay. Yeah. Okay, and then, all right. Okay, we're going to do some quick, oh yeah, I want this one here. I love these blues. I don't know about you guys, but those type of color combinations with the beige and the dark blue and the green, and just the highlights of it, you know, and the different shades of dark blue and kind of dirty blue. I just love that combination. My eyes are so drawn to anything with that combination like that. It's just beautiful to me. And because it's got all those dark greens in it, you know, it just really stands out against this cover. That's why I was saying, you know, I think, you know, with some Mod Podge on top, given that I use a satin, I have matte too, but for the most part, I usually use my satin when I do books and stuff. I just think it will really make that vibrant, you know. I kind of think on this guy, I like this one. I think I'm gonna do him down the side. If you remember, we have the page inside, the 2 pages, I believe, that have the hats. I think I used them. And then I have the phonograph, I know that. Yeah, so this one kind of has a little bit of a, what do you call it? My daughter loved that. What is it called? Oh, I totally know what it's called, and I can't think of what it's called. Oh my goodness. That's funny. I'll think of it as soon as the video is over. It's not vintage. It's gonna bug me until I remember what it's called. Not retro. Steampunk. There we go. I knew I'd think of it. It's kind of got that whole steampunk feel to it. You know what I mean? Okay, so I'm going to wait and put that down after I make sure and get my other goodies on here. And I even think I might go ahead, instead of putting all these down yet, I'm going to go ahead and do some more of Tina's little signs and stuff here real quick, so that they're not covering these pictures. I kind of did it backwards on the front, and I should have built over these and not over those. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure you do. I was thinking it, but I'd already started doing it, and so, oopsie. So I just kept going, but yeah. Am I still in frame? Okay. So yeah. Anyway. Yeah, I do enjoy the little steampunk look. It's so grungy, kind of, you know, and old and vintagey, and it's fun. Guess that's the whole point, right? I remember the first time my daughter talked about steampunk, and I was like, what is that? I remember asking her. And I was just laughing when I saw it. Because, you know, I think I've told you guys, and if you're new, you haven't heard me tell this, I was totally a punker when I was in high school, but I was more, you know, that gothy look before they called it goth. I was really, I want to say I looked like a hardcore punker, but in my heart, I was more of a mild punker. I wasn't. I looked hardcore, though. But that was just because I loved makeup and stuff, and I loved the drama of it, I think, more than anything. I still giggle when I see kids, you know, dressed like I used to dress, and I always compliment them when I'm at stores. They kind of look surprised at me, and I'm like, I was a punker before you were even born, you know. That was my thing. That was my thing. My mom used to make so much fun of me, but it's okay. I was the first person to ever wear her hair pink and green and blue at my high school. I was the first person to ever wear a cut-up sweatshirt at my high school. So, yeah, my claims to fame. I was funny. I was that kid that would wear, like, cut-up clothes one day, and then the next day I'd come into school and be in this beautiful velvet hat with like a flapper dress, and I'd be all dressed up with heels and everything. I mean, they just never knew how I was gonna look. I was always doing something weird when I was a kid, and I didn't even back then. I mean, I wasn't even trying to impress anybody. That was just what I liked. I just wore whatever I was in the mood to wear that day. It wasn't really about being like anybody or anything, because there really wasn't anybody around me. I grew up in Gilbert, and there was nobody there. I mean, everybody was wearing cowboy boots, and you were either a chola, a lowrider, or you were a cowboy, or you were a jock, or we call them prisses, like the jock girlfriends, you know what I'm saying, cheerleader group. You were not a punker, or or you were a freak, which would mean you were a rocker, and I was never really a rocker. I did smoke in high school though, so I hung out at Smoker's Corner. Who hung out at Smoker's Corner? Show of hands. Anybody? Or am I the only one? And I was in the choir, so I sang, and so yeah, I was an oddball in high school. I look back and I realize that now. But that's okay. It's okay. It was fun. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed being the odd girl. I was kind of eclectic in my tastes, so. I still kind of am inside of me. I mean, when I think about the things I like, they don't always match or line up with like my clothing. Like if I were slimmer or felt more confident about my weight and stuff, I'd probably dress a little more differently than I do. Like my tastes still run to the kind of weird side. I'll be honest. That's why when I see the kids, I always tell them, "You look good. I love your hair," or whatever, because I'm like, yeah, I still like that. I know that probably shocks some of you, right? I hope not. My kids never surprised me. And it's funny too, because my kids were normal as far as like how they dressed and looked and stuff when they were in school. They were very normal, actually. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I got it. Maybe it's just the time I grew up in. I don't know. Let's see. I'm just totally trying to cover this back with all this random stuff, and then I'm going to put down, some more of those on top of it. So I hope that this isn't boring. Just watching me glue stuff down. That's what we do though, right? We glue stuff down. I've been thinking, and I've got like this list of ideas for videos, so I'm working on that for you guys, and I hope you've enjoyed the stuff I've been putting up lately. Seem to. I'm always trying to think of new ideas. I do have some inspiration from some of you, the things that you tell me. I write it down. I'm like, okay, that'll be something for me to try out or for a future video. The frame for the front of this, I dedicate that one to my girl Jody. She loves like open window panes, or open window frames with the person inside the window. And so when I was thinking about this, this journal, I was like, yeah, that's something that I want to do, is put someone down like that. I think that would look really cool behind a frame. So Jody, my sweetheart, that one's for you. It was with you in mind. And thank you for the inspiration. Thank you. I love what we did on Thursday, the idea from Sonia. If you guys have ideas, shoot them to me, please. Give me some thoughts, because as you can tell, I've done Mary's, now I've done Sonia's. This framing idea for the front of this journal is from Jody. Yeah, so I totally want to hear from you guys if you have stuff that you'd like to try, or you'd like to see me try, or if you, like I said, if you have a particular thing that you want to, shoot me a message in Messenger on Facebook, and with a picture of something you'd like for me to make, and I will totally give you the props. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to see which way. Okay, I think this is up. I was going to go ahead and lay down a couple of these on the left side. I've still got to, I don't know, I might just do the center because I'm going to do this long strip on the side here. So yeah, I didn't want to lose this picture. I just love it. I think it's so pretty. Oops, let's put him this way. Okay. And let me see here. What else do I have? I gotta tell you guys, my little area over here is so messy. Messy. Honestly, I've got so many things piled up. Oh, and guess what I got yesterday, you guys? I should have done a haul video for you. I guess I could show you really quick. So I got another stamp for Christmas. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Yay. This was over at, I got it at Joann's. I went over yesterday to do that shopping, and of course Joann's is right there in that parking lot, so I gotta stop. So I got that stamp, and here, I can't show you everything, but I can quickly show you a couple of things that I picked up for our Christmas journals. So I got some Tim Holtz little doodads. Oh man, I can see this is bending right here. I want to fix this. Okay, there we go. So anyway, and then I got these, his little cards, the 3 size cards ones. And then I got the Christmas people. Actually, I think I can show you everything I got. And then I got these. Okay, the double-sided ones. And these. The single-sided, like, wallpapers. So, yay! I've got material now. And now I've got my little, a bunch of little tidbits. I have not purchased or created a Christmas digi-kit yet. I do want to sit down and do one. I would love it if I could make one of my own and not have to use somebody else's, but just depends. I may do a mix like I usually do. You know how I mix up digis. That's my thing. Heaven forbid I'm going to attempt to stick to the program with the Thanksgiving journal. Good luck. I'm serious because I'm just all over the place. I can't help myself. But that's okay. I see all these beautiful papers and Okay, let's see. Now, let me look here. Is that enough? And then I could do like one more of these guys here somewhere. Yeah, I think I'll do that. So maybe I'll do one more here. Let's see. Along this like border right here, I just kind of want to cover that center a little better. Because there's not going to be a lady on the back on the framed or anything on this one. So give it a little more coverage. But I do like that green peeking out, from under. Now I was wondering, yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I want a little more coverage over here. I cut out the smaller grouping of my snippet scripture scrap thingies, but I haven't cut out the bigger ones yet. There we go. Walk in love. Praise the Lord. What does that phrase mean to you? Walk in love. To me, it talks about walking as Jesus walked and showing compassion and love to others in our lives, in our day-to-day lives, as much as we possibly can. Doing acts of kindness and service for others, you know, being there and being that Christ-like example for people around us in our day-to-day life. You know, we may not ever impact thousands or millions of people in our lifetime. You know, you may only impact those around you, but that impact you make for them can be the difference in life and death. It could be the difference in joy and pain. It can make all the difference in the world to just that one person that you impact today. You know, you may not make some huge splash in ministry and be up on the pulpit or be a missionary who goes around the world or any of those things. But just remember that who you minister to today, that could be the person who goes into the mission field tomorrow. Do you know what I'm saying? That could be the person who down the road, you know, remembers you as the catalyst that God used to change their life because you showed them love, because you showed them compassion, you know, in a time in their lives when maybe others weren't showing them that love. And then in turn, they go out and they make that difference, you know. You never know who it is you're sowing a seed into today. So what does the word tell us? You know, you don't know if you're entertaining angels. We just don't know who or what God has planned for that person who's in front of us today. And maybe your act of kindness will stop them from committing suicide. Maybe it will stop them from harming their family or from, you know, hurting someone else. So yeah, remember that. I always try to think about when I'm driving down the road, and I have to do this because I've told you guys, when it comes to traffic, I get irritated. And I have to tell myself, that person who just cut me off, or that person who just flipped me off, you know, I don't know what has impacted their day today. I don't know what all they've been through. And you never know, do you? You know? And so they could have just found out that someone in their family died, or they're rushing to that person's side because that person, you know, is dying, or they just got fired from their job. You know, I mean, there's just so many scenarios in life that can impact how we behave in public. And those around us, you know, I would hope that if I had a day where I flare up because of something that's happened in my life or in someone I love's life, that those around me that see me that day, that when I'm not at my best, would have compassion on me, you know. And so yeah, walking in love is very, very important. Okay, I'm thinking that I might go ahead and stick one of these. I think it'll be him. Wait, yeah, I'm gonna do, is my phone okay? I'm just checking because I heard a beep. Okay, my husband has not texted me, so that's good. That means he's still working. Unfortunately, it's 2 o'clock. He's usually off pretty quick here, and he will text or call me and let me know he's on his way home. See, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put him up here. I kind of, yeah. Yep. Okay. I love this altered book. I've had so much fun making this. I'm glad that I had folks with me while I did it. Normally I'd be here by myself going, I love this book, and I have nobody to tell. I kind of do that though when I'm here. I just pick it up and touch it. It feels so cool. If you guys have done an altered book, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, oh, just go for it. Really. I've got the entire playlist for this in my up there in my channel if you want to see how we started it and got going on it and all that. It's just totally worth it. Seriously, you guys. It's totally. I need to probably turn something this direction. I've been putting everything the other way. There we go. Anyway, yeah, go for it. If you haven't, you should, because they're very rewarding. They're very rewarding. You know, you really feel like you've accomplished something great. I'm looking here really quick for my little bag with my scriptures, because I kind of think I want to put a scripture right there. Oh, that's a nice one. I will not be shaken. I like that one. Let's see, though. Let's not be hasty. No, that doesn't fit. I don't know. Let me see this guy. He's the right color to build on. He's got that blue, you know. Faith moves mountains. Amen. Yes, it does. I actually got to talk to the young lady that lives next door today, and I let her know that if she needs anybody to talk to, or needs prayer, or needs to just talk, or if anything happens and she needs help, to please know that she can come over here, that there's no judgment. You know, I've been in what she's going through with her husband. I've been in a similar situation, and so I understand what's happening for her. And she's very young. She's only 21. He's only 23. He's just a kid too, and he's been through so much in his life that has brought him to where he is now. And so, yeah, her attitude is just, she's very sweet, just a very sweet girl, you know. So you can tell that she's hurting on the inside. So keep her in your prayers. Just, I don't want to give names, but my neighbor, just say that, my neighbor. Okay. There we go. So there's the back. And I'm going to go ahead and do some, I'm wondering if I want to add some, like, I don't know, some butterflies or some, let me see what I have over here. Oh, this isn't, well, I have some butterflies, but they're not really, they're kind of funky. They're not the right color. They're not funky, it's just they're not right for this so much, you know what I mean? I always love butterflies. Let me see how does it look in the camera. What do you guys think? I love adding them. I think they look so pretty on everything. And here's one that, this is just like a beige, and with him, oh yeah, with him dusted, he looks kind of cool. So, let's see. I'm putting right there. And this guy's kind of neat. I don't know what he'll look like distressed. Let me see. That brings him down a little bit. He was so bright. Yeah. He almost looks like a bat. His wings. I'm actually thinking he might look more, he might look better somewhere else, like inside the journal. I don't know. Maybe not him. Anyway, okay, let me look at the front again, because now I have a new set of eyes. Now, like I said, I want to Mod Podge the front first, and then I'm going to add, I'm going to do some fun stuff with her. So I think what I'll do is, pause for a second. I'm going to put a few things away so I can move, and then I'll come back. I'll be right back. All right, you guys, so Cordy is on his way home. So I am going to go ahead and finish up. I was doing, when I went off for a second, I picked up a pile of stuff and I saw all these wonderful words underneath. And I was going to check real quick and see if I can get a couple of these, at least one on each side. But okay, so I'm going to put perseverance right there. Love, love, love these words. They're so pretty. And they all have just strong, wonderful messages. Let's see. Wisdom. We can only be said to be alive in those moments when our hearts are conscious of our treasures. Ooh, that is such a wonderful sentiment and so true. Gratitude, you guys. That is the most valuable thing. Gratitude and love. Seriously. Have a grateful heart, because it brings health to your body and your mind to be grateful to God for what you have. And it keeps you humble when you really think about all the things that you have in your life. And you may be going through the worst situation that you've ever faced. And you feel like, oh, what's good about my life? But I want you to think about the fact that you woke up today, and that you woke up with a new batch of mercy from the Lord. And because His mercy is new every morning. And you woke up today with a life, and with breath in your lungs, and vision in your eyes, and the ability to move and function. If you have those things, you have something to be grateful for, you know. And every day it's a new day to create something wonderful in your life, you know. And every day you can is another day for it to get better, even if you are going through something very hard. Look at that. You know, you're still here, and you still have the opportunity to make it better. So anyway, so we're going to go ahead and put some of this down. I got me a couple of new brushes at Walmart today, because I really wanted to use these, you know, on the flatter surfaces. I've been using that spongy thing. I don't really like it. And I'm hoping, because I did not use my, what do you call it, ink? The archival. I used my Distress, so I know that the Mod Podge will move with the Distress sometimes, but I'm hoping that it'll work. Looks good so far. I'm just going to do the front. Courtney messaged me while I was on a pause, and he is on his way home. So I don't do videos unless he's sleeping. I don't do videos when he gets home. Sometimes if you guys message me in the evenings, I go to bed so early. I know I've told you guys this before, but I always feel bad if I don't get back to you guys. And once he gets home, I might still craft at my desk, because it's here in our living room, but I shut down as far as like answering messages for the most part. That's why a lot of times I don't get to get back to you guys, because I don't like, you know, I feel bad. I don't want it to impact our time together. So I'm sure that all of you understand what I'm saying. But I don't want you guys to ever feel like I'm ignoring you, because I'm totally not. Sometimes you'll get a message from me late, or you know, around 5:30 or 6, and it's because I'm in the restroom getting ready to take a shower, and I take my phone in there with me, and I'll respond to your messages. So yeah, because sometimes I just don't get a chance to get them done during the day. I try to get to answering them before the end of the day, early morning if possible. But anyway, I'm just explaining to you guys because I don't want you to ever feel like you're being ignored. So that's going to go on there. I think that's going to look kind of cool. I hope it looks cool. I really do. I want this to turn out great because the inside's so beautiful. Anyway, I'm going to close for now. I love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful remainder of your Saturday and that you have fun tomorrow at church if you go to church. And that if you don't go to church but you do worship, I hope you have a wonderful time with the Lord. And I'll see you tomorrow. I love you guys. Bye.